Yeah, Zeus bringing nothing but heat, thunder in the chest. Waking up daily, putting in the work, no rest. This for the real one, scrolling through the mess. Straight talk, no cap. Let's address. Every morning I wake, phone in my hand, scrolling through the lies, Trump and the Klan. Republicans violent, same script on repeat. I call out the cap, expose it in the street. They yell TDS, but it's them on that coat. Trump devotion syndrome, they deep in the vault. Jan 6, they duck when I press on the facts. Boogaloo, oath keepers, proud boys getting stacks. Slush fund money for the supremacist crew. Obama rent free, he's still living in you. Peddling straight cap, misinformation daily. It's coming back around, watch the downfall, baby. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, sending straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lake of fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Ice out here wildin', violating rights. Trump dropping bombs on Iran late nights. Stealing that oil from Venezuela, no shame. Putting on the soil, red carpet, what a game. Soldiers on their knees, disgrace on display. Epstein files locked, y'all still look the other way. He said terrific guy. We all heard the quote, Christian nationalist blind. That's the sickest joke. Blowing up schools, innocent girls in the dirt. These clowns bugging, putting evil to work. I'm doing this cause the country needs saving. The people, the world, this ain't just entertaining. Waking up every day feeling the weight, but I carry that thunder, I don't hesitate. They call it hate, I call it real talk. Somebody gotta say it, somebody gotta walk. Through the fire, through the lies, through the smoke, Zeus in the sky. This the path that I chose. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, send it straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lick the fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Straight to the lake, no cap. Thunder don't miss. MAGA's worst nightmare, remember that. Zeus out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back. Hey, Duke, don't worry about it. You get some too if you put it into work. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back. Let's go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm not here flying.
I'm the Rizzler. You don't get the ass each champ. You know how I get down.
I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass.
Let's go.
Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so well, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you get your
All of the above.
The algorithm turned it to
I'm glowing today. Thank you, Blackbird.
Going viral 'cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they use my ex, that mean they love me. They don't get me pops.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I say it with my chest 'cause I mean it.
Uh-oh. Good
Got a
morning,
lot of
July
confidence and I'm
Love.
conceited. Call me
You're
the
back.
master with a new whip. I'ma take off in
Well, here goes, here goes.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone
You
to
didn't go right
Zeus's
here.
Live in a couple of days. That shit
Oh,
was radical.
keep it clean.
Very
Filthy
radical.
mouth.
It was horrible.
was?
I'm
Come
like, you've gone. Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh,
It's like deja vu.
you think I've gone off the rails?
It's like deja vu.
I see what's happening. Now,
It's
you
like
must not have
deja
seen
vu.
the beef that they've been feeding us, trying to
It's
feed
like
us. All
deja
right, fair
vu.
enough. All right, good morning, ladies and
It's deja
gentlemen.
vu.
Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. Good morning, Tara. Nice to see you. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome to do the real work that it takes to save the United States of America and honestly the world from the evil clutches, deranged behavior coming out of the White House under Donald J. Trump and his legion of MAGA demons, who we all know are hell-bent on destroying the United States of America as we used to know it, as well as the rest of the world. And it's actually gone to a place, honestly, that I never ever thought it would go to. And we'll talk about that in short order. But who better to lead that charge than yours truly, myself? Zeus, aka the Rizzler, aka Triple H. And many of you are saying, well, What's all that Triple H stuff about? And I said, well, that's a great question. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. And it's really, really hard to be the most honest person because sometimes you got to say stuff, even if it hurts people's feelings. Good morning, my brother Little Hawk. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Zena. Good morning, Kabira. Wow. So the first H is because I'm honest. And honestly, all of you are honest just like me. I'm starting to realize a lot of you are honest just like me. And sometimes I'm going like, well, who taught you how to be like that? But then I realize it's been because we spent so much time together. You've been in the dojo, so to speak, that you've all kind of just decided to do what you do. But be careful when you use these H's, all right? Because you get into a lot of trouble. And the second H is, guess what? It's because I'm humble. Now, I might be actually I know I'm the most humble because I've seen how some of you get in the comment section on other people's videos and stuff like that. You're not as humble as Big Zeus, but that's fine. That's fine. You can work on it. But I am the most humble person on social media, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. All right, Kabir. And then you get to the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, which is arguably one of the most important H's. It allows me to do things most creators can't do, especially if they're on the left side. I can go into right-leaning spaces and still be the biggest Z, the biggest Zeus, and they'll still respect. And you know why? It's because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. I woke up like this. I did. You know, it's not a curse. It really isn't a curse. It's actually a gift. Especially if you treat it that way. And I could use my powers to do a bunch of bad things like I used to, but I don't use any of the H's any longer to do bad things. But I've learned a lot over the years that, you know, you could use your powers for good or you could use them for evil. And I don't want to use them for evil anymore. I'd rather do the work it takes, honestly, to become a better person and to save this country. Thank you, Kabir. Who wrote narcissistic in the audience? Who wrote narcissistic in the audience? Real quick. Hold on now. Hold on. I didn't have any. Hold on. I gotta take out the trash real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Some demon in the chat wrote narcissistic, and I just wanted to double check real quick. Was that aimed at Big Zeus, or were you just projecting to a certain degree? Because if you don't want to come up here and put a little meat on that bone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take over and say, you know what, why don't you do us all a huge favor, right? Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. I invited that demon up here. The demon didn't want to come up here, so what I'll do is this. Why don't you take a quick let's see, how long does he need? Take him out of the game? Yeah, how much? Because he's messing up. He's not running the plays. No, he ain't running the plays. He's just messing up. He thinks he's a hot shot and all that stuff. All right, how about this? Take a 5-minute break, champ. There you go. Take a 5-minute break, champ. Cool off. Thank you, Rick. You gotta take a 5-minute break. A lot of people, listen. A lot of people wake up in the morning and everybody's extremely busy, extremely professional, and we don't got time to play games anymore with you smooth brain demons. All right, look at where your dear leader has you at this point. You're literally the laughing stock of the world. Okay, so do not pollute my chat with a smooth brain idea, concept, idea. I don't want to hear it. If you don't want to get in the box and actually articulate what your smooth brain created and then force you to type, then I don't want to hear it because it's a distraction, all right? And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move on to the Trump voters. I must warn you, it's a left-leaning show, more on the progressive side, and built and surrounded by nothing but facts, data, and statistics, pure truth. So if you can't handle that, because it's going to make you cry, I promise you. I've made so many creators, big ones, big right-leaning demons, you know, they thought they would be able to come onto my show and smooth me over, and they try to use the H's, so to speak, but they're ugly, right? So you ever seen somebody that's ugly trying to pretend like they're handsome? Have you ever seen something like this? And they'll come on my show. Hey, brother Zeus, yeah, I really big up to you. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they're going to pull me to the right. And it always ends the same way. Eventually they go, oh, that brother is solid. He doesn't waver. Actually, if you try to push him to the right, it actually gets scary in here, and then next thing you know, they turn around and they block me. They block me. And I say, wow, I love it when they block me because I don't have to do it. It's one thing when I do it to you, but it's another thing when you do it to yourself. So I'm just going to say this. If you don't want that to happen to you this morning, because you know exactly who you are, leave right now because I'm going to make you very uncomfortable. I promise you it will. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S.,
Tundra.
if you're complaining all the time,
Tundra.
very simply, you can leave.
Okay.
You can leave right now.
Fair enough.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the doors to the Thunderdome, they've officially closed. I take no responsibility. So Tundra is in the chat saying, block me. Tundra, all right, come on up here and face your judgment. Tundra, come up here and face your judgment. You gave me an order, and I need to make sure that I do it the way that I love to do it. Tundra, you don't want to get up here and face Big Zeus so you can get what you came to get? I know what you want. Come on and get it. All right, Tundra. Thank you, W. Thank you, Rick. Tundra, go ahead and take a timeout. you need a little bit of time to cool off. You see, ladies and gentlemen, they know what I'm about to do. They come here every day and they say, please, I hope today Zeus is a little nicer to the Trumps. You know, they're MAGA, they're smooth brains. They come in every day. I hope he's a little nicer today. Because they know me when I used to be a lot nicer. Please just don't say those things that are going to ruin my life and ruin my relationship. Zeus, please don't do it. And then I end up doing it, and then they end up asking me, please just block me, Zeus, please. Because they know they're in misery. They know they're suffering. Every Trump supporter right now on the face of this earth, they're suffering right now. I don't need you to come up here and try to convince me otherwise. Because every time I ask you, show us the proof that you're winning, you could never do it, right? And now you've just devolved. Now you've devolved into some of the most disgusting, vile creatures on the face of the earth. And we'll get into that in just a quick second, all right? So what am I trying to cover today, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't even know if it's such a dirty place now. I don't even think I can get through all my content with you Trump supporters. And this is where we are. Beef is up. Did you hear about this? Beef is up, lumber's up, fertilizers almost doubled. And then we had Brooke Rollins, the Secretary of Agriculture yesterday. She stood at the White House and was asked, well, which country is the beef coming from? And what did she say? She said, quote, she's not privy to talk about it. Ma'am, you run the place and you don't even know. And so now I'm at the point now where I realize what's really going on. Oh, MAGA is just getting started. Ooh, we have a smooth brain. Come on up here, Joseph. Joseph, if you don't mind. Joseph, come on up here. What do you mean MAGA is just getting started? Joseph, I'm out in the menagerie. Joseph, I just called you. That's the third demon today. Rick, please do your thing. Hey, Joseph, why don't you just take a time out? Cool off, champ, cool off. But I was talking about beef, and that's the interesting thing. Joseph and all the demons before him, they started to perk up. Their ears started to perk up. And so now I'm at the point now where I've came to the conclusion that in addition to being smooth brains, right? In addition to these demons being smooth brains, ladies and gentlemen, what else is it? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, how many of you think MAGA is eating the mystery meat? No, I'm being honest. How many of you believe that MAGA, the ones that still support Donald Trump, those are the people out there eating the mystery meat? Oh, Gwynny Pooh, racist Gwynny Pooh, come on up here. I'm glad to see you this morning. It won't take me long. Gwynny Pooh, this is somebody that eats the mystery meat, right? And I don't know if Ange is here, but Gwendolyn, come on up here real quick so you can get your daily dose of truth from Big Zeus with your racist self. You got a filthy mouth. I can tell, Gwynny Pooh, you have the filthiest mouth I've ever seen on TikTok. And I've never seen your face. And it's really hard for you to actually top some of the other filthy mouths that I've actually listened to. But I'm prayed and saved and sanctified, full of the Holy Spirit. So nothing you say honestly penetrates what I'm doing. I'm still the most handsome. But I listen to you and I say, wow, she is a sick person eating mystery meat. And that mystery meat, Gwynny Pooh, I'm going to be honest with you, it messes your brain up. Did you know that? And I feel, honestly, as angry as I want to be with you, I feel bad because what Donald Trump has, very sick W's in the chat for Ange. Ange, you dealt with this demon, right? She eats the mystery meat. And we'll talk about that, Gwynny Pooh, because maybe you didn't know it, but they're not taking care of you. You're not really winning like Donald Trump said, right? What else do we got? We have what else do we got? Okay, we got Scott Bessent talking about D-Day. We have Darlene Graham supposedly pulling off a victory in South Carolina. Oh my gosh. And Donald Trump wanting to rename a lake in Canada to Lake America. I mean, where are his priorities, right? And so we'll get into that in short order. But in the meantime, especially because we have demons in the chat this morning, mods, please monitor them. Please, if you don't mind, mods, monitor these demons. Hey, Gwenny Poo, why don't you do us a favor? I'm going to go ahead and ask you to do something that I've asked the other demons to do. Oh, you've already been taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, Gwenny Poo's taking a 5-minute timeout. Goodbye, Gwenny Poo. And for the rest of you, while I've basically duct taped these demons to the back of the cabin, they can't do anything. Why don't we prepare for takeoff? Amazing.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this live episode of The Zeus Show. My name is Amazing, and on behalf of Three Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, I would like to thank each of you for tuning in today. Your presence and support make this experience possible, and we are truly grateful for your continued engagement.
Put it around our mouth, please. Thank you.
As we prepare for takeoff, we kindly ask that you please return to your seats, buckle up, and get ready for an engaging journey. This show occasionally gets off the rails, and securing your attention ensures you remain safe and fully immersed throughout the broadcast. To maximize your experience, we kindly remind you to tap the screen, comment, and share this live stream with your network.
Do that,
your shares
Pooh.
help expand our community and bring more voices into the conversation. We also encourage you to support the platform by utilizing the available gifts during the broadcast. These contributions directly enhance the production quality and sustainability of the show. If you require assistance with gifting features or have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to one of our moderators who are present and ready to assist you in enjoying the program. As a reminder, full recordings of this episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly after the live
She ain't getting no
concludes.
snacks on this
For complete
flight.
information regarding all of my social media handles and
Strapped in
platforms,
the chair.
please click the link in the bio.
Yeah, do that, please.
Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom. We are honored that you have allowed Zeus, aka Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Sit back,
Let's go.
stay engaged, and enjoy the flight.
It's the people's house. All right, ladies and gentlemen, W's in the chat room over here. All right, so let's go ahead and let Gwenny Poo know we know what's going on in her world real quick. All right, and this is serious business, ladies and gentlemen. This is serious business. So, Gwenny Poo, maybe you didn't know this, but we got a problem in America right now, Gwenny Poo. Key voter group rages at Trump for a historic crisis. All right, this is real serious stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So what we've learned is 69% of rural voters backed Donald J. Trump in 2024. These are the people in the Corn Belt, farmers. You've heard about them. And on top of that, since they've done that, 46% of these farmers have been filing for, it's gone up 46% in terms of the bankruptcies. So, yeah, 69 is a nasty number, by the way. God, wow, you're right. So, farmers that supported Donald Trump, 46% of you, you're going through some real difficult times right now. And there's outrage, ladies and gentlemen. Outrage like you wouldn't believe, because you got Brooke Rollins going on the record talking about, we don't need your beef. We're going to get this beef from some other country they won't name, but many of us know Argentina, and China wouldn't even buy the beef from Argentina, right? But this is what we're hearing now this is what I've heard through the grapevine. Now, y'all tell me if this is true or not.
Drop tariffs on ground beef imports, looking to sell it 25% below current prices. 7 News reporter Thomas Caffarella learns about it and about the backlash. It's coming from national, state, and local levels, including a North Country beef farmer.
She's just a super friendly girl, aren't you?
Coulter Whitmore is a part-time beef farmer in Antwerp.
We've been doing it now for almost 10 years.
His meat mostly stays local, but sometimes a small portion of it is sold in the open market, where it could be found in grocery stores across the Northeast. Wow. And it's no secret the price of ground beef is on the rise nationwide.
Now remember, MAGA, you were supposed to be winning at every level, remember?
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in. You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that.
He doesn't care about that.
spurred by strong demand and a shrinking domestic cattle population.
Wow.
President Trump is trying to bring prices down with a new...
Y'all know this man look crazy. I mean, look at him. Look at him. You could just, he doesn't walk in a straight line. Every day he has a new wig, same ridiculous suit with that ridiculous red. This is Ronald McDonald on steroids, in other words. And now he's slanging beef. And it ain't even beef.
New deal allowing 300,000 metric tons of ground beef to be imported with no out-of-quota tariff for 3 months.
Ooh.
He says the imported beef will be sold at 25% lower than current market prices.
Wow. I mean, one thing you got to give it to Donald Trump. He really knows how to push his product on his supporters. And many of us see this and we're going, we're done with it. We can't even go out to, I'm not eating it. I mean, Dr. Keisha, she's been telling me, Zeus, you need to monitor your diet. Stay away from these things. And I've been trying to. I cut bacon out. And now I'm looking at this and I'm going, this demon in the White House, he's pushing beef, but it ain't even beef. And I said, and 300 million metric tons of it. Oh, that means somebody out here is eating this. Somebody out here in America is eating this beef. Who in America, ladies and gentlemen, is eating this mystery meat? You know what I'm saying? And then it came to me, MAGA. MAGA is out here. And see, this is why I said, y'all done tore y'all draws with Big Zeus, MAGA. You've torn your draws with me. Y'all don't have a bottom. I thought you did. You don't have a bottom anymore. Now I know, in addition to being smooth brains, you're mystery meat eaters. And you add that to the grinder behavior. I say these folks will put anything in their mouth.
He is working to fill a gap, a pretty big gap in the supply chain from ground beef.
But Whitmore is skeptical and doesn't believe the plan will actually lower prices.
I firmly believe that it's just for theater.
Oh.
It's just to cater to certain people. In the meantime...
Oh, he thinks it's a joke still. These are the people who voted for Donald Trump. Look at him. He doesn't want to come out and admit he voted for Donald Trump, but I could smell a MAGA demon. I could see a MAGA demon. Even the cows know he voted for Donald Trump. This is what Donald Trump does to you. And does he look like he's winning?
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in. You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that. But you are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. Woo! We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. Ooh. We're going to win with military. Wow. We're going to win with health care for our veterans. Yeah. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. All right. We have to win more.
All right, fair enough.
We're going to win more.
Fair enough. Now
we're going to win so much.
Sorry. All right, now let's listen to this winner.
I think it's alienated the entire rural population that are make up people that have cattle that are frustrated with what's going on.
State and national farming organizations push back against President Trump's planned move too. New York Farm Bureau President David Fisher says, quote, while President Trump's intent to remove tariffs on imported beef might temporarily lower grocery prices, it will have a crushing effect on our already fragile domestic beef market.
It didn't say winning effect. Did I read that right? It said a crushing effect. Remember this, MAGA? And again, 69% of you demons went out there and thought Donald Trump was actually going to bring an economy that would be better than who? Oh, you want to use Joe Biden's name? I'll use it. How many of you Trump supporters honestly thought Donald Trump was going to do a better job than Joe Biden? How many of you seriously thought that? Because that's one of the other issues we're going to have to address after the midterms.
End quote. And the National Cattlemen's Beef Association is disappointed with the president's statement. The group said in a statement, quote, flooding the market with government-subsidized, below-market beef is not the way to rebuild the American cattle herd.
Flooding the market with government-subsidized, below-market beef. It's not beef. It's not beef. You can't even call it beef. And then you have the government in there. It's almost like, isn't this almost like socialism? Isn't it almost like if Donald Trump wanted to be a socialist, he'd be the best socialist? Dems rooting for America's falling is sick. Oh, thank you, mods. So right now, I've been showing nothing but facts, and a demon has put a remark in my chat. His name is Better Chiefs. I'm going to give this demon an opportunity to articulate what exactly they meant. All right? Because I really, really do not like it when I'm in the middle of laying it down, all right, and then a demon interrupts it with just crazy thoughts. So, Brian Netter one, Better Chiefs. Why don't you get your special behind up here and explain what you mean? All right, because I'm the one putting the wrinkle in your brain. You're not putting a wrinkle in any of our brains. So what exactly triggered you? Because that statement you made makes absolutely no sense. Oh, you don't want to? All right, Rick, do your thing. Mods, do your thing. Why don't you take a 5-minute timeout? Some of us are actually here to learn. All right, now I'm going to show you what I've been trying to show you. Yeah, I know you're out there eating the mystery meat with your smooth brain cells. You're contaminated. Stay away from me, all right? And actually, if you cared about your health and your families, you might stop eating the mystery meat. But I don't think you can do that because you love it so much. W Zeus.
End quote.
And the sad part is a lot of people voted for the president on these America First things, right? And I don't know as if he's putting the American farmer first.
You know he's not putting you first. Why is it so hard for you to just let that bell ring and ring true?
The American rancher, or, you know, dairy, beef, doesn't matter. Like, when you do something like this, that's not putting people first. In our opinion.
The Trump administration says the plan will cut prices for consumers while giving space for the American beef herd to grow again. Thomas Caffarella.
So you know Donald Trump doesn't even care about the people that he knows are eating this food. You're nothing to him. You're worse than pigs. Pigs on a farm. You know the pigs, they'll eat anything you put in front of them. He said the same thing about you. Yeah, just give them the mystery meat from Argentina. They already paid for it. Why not let them eat it? And then for those out there who are running the farms that voted for him, he's going, I don't care if you go bankrupt. And so I want to get to this part, all right, because this is where you get the confirmation that we really have a problem here in the United States. Brooke Rollins, she will not confirm with the American people what countries are providing the mystery meat.
Finish with you. Yeah.
What specific countries have been in talks with the U.S. about stepping up those imports, aside from Mexico, which you just...
So the reporter was asking, what countries, right, what countries besides Mexico? And listen to her response.
I am not privy to talk about that. I think the conversations are still...
But you was privy enough to put that dress on this morning and get your hair done and get in front of the cameras and push this mystery meat on me. Not me, but the Trump supporters. I'm sorry, because I'm not eating the meat, all right? You don't got to tell Big Zeus anymore to stay away from the meat at this point. I'm good. I'll take my chances elsewhere. All right, but she's not
privy to talk about that. I think the conversations are still going on, and that's Ambassador Greer who's finalizing what exactly that looks like. And I think the president's involved in that as well.
And that's it. When she said Donald Trump was involved with it as well, case closed, I don't need nothing else to do with it. And so now this leads me to this video, and this is where we're at in America, ladies and gentlemen. Now, pay attention to the red hat. Because the red hat will make anybody, I don't care how strong you are, the moment you put this red hat on, this is what you will do. Promise, I promise you.
Boy, I think I like horse meat better. Thank you, President Trump. I would rather eat horse meat than vote for a Democrat. Horse
Here it goes.
meat is
Here it goes. Hold on.
that bad. Boy, I think I like horse meat better. Thank you, President Trump. I would rather eat horse meat than vote for a Democrat. Horse meat isn't that bad. Boy, I think I like horse meat better. Thank you, President Trump. I would rather eat horse meat than vote for a Democrat.
And this is what I'm dealing with in America, ladies and gentlemen. There are smooth brain demons out there. No shame. Why? It's bad enough. What we found out you're doing to the horses, you know, because you know a lot of them are nasty. They do crazy things, but now you want to eat the horse meat. That red hat, I got to tell you, when this is all said and done, that red hat needs to be placed in a container or something and sent to the deepest crevices of the earth and never to be seen again, because y'all do the nastiest things I've ever seen. And then we get this video, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Unknown What is that? They got a lot of it, y'all. Y'all be careful in America, man. Y'all, they selling unknown meat. Unknown. Unknown. What is that?
Anybody know what that is? No, honestly, somebody tell us what that is.
They got a lot of it, y'all. Y'all be careful in America, man. Y'all, they selling.
You know, I've never seen a package. Unknown new scale. Unknown new scale.
They got
here in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. The Trump administration does not care about the American people, and they're just so brazen about it that they're willing, honestly. They're so brazen about it, ladies and gentlemen, that they're willing to throw anything. Now, where are the Trump supporters at that were trolling me? I just wanted to ask them, what do you think about Donald Trump doing what he's doing to the meat? Oh, Gwynnie Pooh, you got out of your chair, Gwynnie Pooh? I'm trying to save your life, Gwynnie Pooh. Why are you so upset with me? You must really like eating the mystery meat. How about this, Gwynnie Pooh? Why don't you do us another favor and won't you take another 5-minute timeout? Put her back in the chair. She really does love eating nasty stuff, and I can tell she has a nasty mouth. But Gwynnie Pooh, I'm not going for it. All right, and the fact that you don't even care about your own health, it's really sad. It's like I've been telling you, Trump supporters, haven't I been saying since Donald Trump's second term began? A lot of you won't be around here. Your loved ones, they won't be around here either. Why? Because Donald Trump is actively doing everything he can to target you and destroy you. Because as far as he's concerned, if it doesn't have anything to do with his bottom line, he really doesn't care about it. And that includes you. He doesn't care if you voted for him. 69% of these farmers, you voted for him. And what did you get in return? 46% of you going bankrupt. W. Zeus. I couldn't have asked for a better story. Oh, we have somebody saying Donald Trump is going to win again. All right, come on up here, Troy. Troy Keller, come on up here. I don't know what got into you this morning, but if you don't want to get up here, Troy, you know what I'm going to do? Fair enough, mods. Won't you let Troy take a 5-minute break? Do a lap around the building. And I'm timing you. Last time I asked you to do a lap, it took you 30 minutes. Try to keep it under 5. W. Zeus. Oh, they get so mad. You get mad. This is what it is. MAGA, why do you get mad at the Democrats? Why do you get mad at Big Zeus? None of us are in control of the government right now. Did you realize that? The person you voted for is running the country. So if there's any grievances, if there's any complaints you have, you know who you should go and direct them to. Your dear leader, the one that said Epstein was a terrific guy. The one that used to be friends with Epstein before he had him knocked off. See, I know why he ran to be president, because he didn't want that Epstein information to come out. W. Zeus. And you all helped to do it. You all helped him to cover up for his sins. You sick individual. That's why I say, any of you out here pretending that you're Christians and then you went and voted for Donald Trump after you knew what he was and you knew what he did, yeah, may you go straight to hell. Let hell be your portion. Now, if you think you have a problem with Big Zeus, ladies and gentlemen, you know you need to have I know you're going to have a problem with our amazing friend. You know who he is. W's in the chat for Lawrence O'Donnell, who yesterday took Donald Trump to the woodshed. All right. And you know what this is about? I love it when we bring up Natalie Harp again, because Natalie Harp, now that we know she's the one that Donald Trump is, they're doing nasty stuff together. But now you have to know both her and Donald Trump are the ones posting this crazy stuff on social media, sending the United States of America down a dark and dangerous path. Now that the jig's up, we're going to be on them like white on rice.
Suggestion for renaming Lake Ontario.
It used to be, Lawrence, where Donald Trump would say, this is my person, and that person would win. We've seen almost a dozen instances this primary cycle of Trump-endorsed candidates not winning on primary night.
Thanks, Sally.
Pleasure.
Here it goes.
Lake Natalie. That's one suggestion for renaming Lake Ontario after Donald Trump and his continuing demented fit of rage at the best neighboring country that exists anywhere in the world,
right.
Canada.
Right.
After we showed video on this program last night of Ontario's Premier Doug Ford attacking Donald Trump's new tariffs on Canadian goods and pointing out to Americans that we are the ones who actually pay the Trump tariffs on Canada.
Who pays the tariffs again, MAGA? Because I know all of us know. You do, MAGA. So you're paying the tariffs and you're eating the mystery meat. You can't. Woo!
Which are, of course, taxes, sales taxes on the goods we buy from Canada. Doug Ford pointed out 1/3 of homes built in the United States use Canadian lumber and will be 50%, that lumber is going to be 50% more expensive for us here in the United States. 50% sales tax.
Wow.
Thanks to Donald Trump.
So Donald Trump is once again reaching his hand into your wallet, into your checking, your savings, your 401ks that he told you were up, and he's taking out whatever he wants. And you all are sitting back clapping for it, going, thank you, Donald Trump, thank you. Something's really wrong with you.
At 6:58 a.m. this morning, Donald Trump posted on social media that he is, quote, giving serious consideration to changing the name.
It's glitching? Hold on.
Of Lake Ontario to Lake America. That is, of course, a lie. Donald Trump doesn't know how to give serious consideration to anything. And 3 hours later, the man who launched what the Wall Street Journal is calling the dumbest trade war in history posted the dumbest map of our northern border that anyone working in the American government has ever used. To which Michigan Congresswoman Debbie Dingell replied, let's just call it Lake Natalie.
Yeah.
So we know you'll start protecting our Great Lakes.
Yeah. How many of you believe, is it still glitching? How many of you believe that we should call it Lake Natalie? That would be a great idea if you ask me, because at the end of the day, this explains everything. All Donald Trump cares about is having his, like John Ossoff said, all he cares about is having Natalie.
It is Natalie Harp's job in the White House to help Donald Trump post what functions now as maps, like this one right here. This is a map of Donald Trump's mental decline. That's what it actually maps. It's like the one that she no doubt, Natalie Harp, this is her work, no doubt, helping Donald Trump with this kind of thing today. That's what the American taxpayer is paying Natalie Harp for. Natalie Harp has been trying to help Donald Trump tweet his way to victory.
So we have Natalie Harp at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. She's the brains, she's the operations behind all this vile, nasty, disgusting behavior coming out of the White House. Her and Donald Trump sitting in the room together. You know, he's passing gas, he's soiling his diaper, and she's running his social media account. This is what we've devolved to here in the United States.
War that he started in Iran. But the racist posts that she helps Donald Trump put out about the Obamas and the other madness she helps Donald Trump put out on social media isn't winning his war in Iran. Natalie Harp is surely busy helping Donald Trump post deranged images of himself as a member of the United States military, a commander, like this sheer madness posted by Donald Trump with Natalie Harp's help. Amazingly enough, that post of Donald Trump pretending to be a general was posted on August 4th.
Wow.
And Iran still hasn't surrendered.
And this is why none of you demons that come onto my platform and pollute my comment section, this is why you don't want to get in the box and actually talk about it, because you know deep down inside that Iran is kicking Donald Trump's butt. And you voted for this. Yeah, you allowed Donald Trump to basically make you look like the biggest fools in human history. Huh.
21 days later, I mean, look at how scary Donald Trump looks standing there with Douglas MacArthur and George Patton, two of the most famous generals of World War II, each of whom have been the subjects of Hollywood movies. And maybe when Hollywood gets around to making a worshipful movie about General Trump, Iran will finally surrender.
Yeah, right.
Look at that image. And imagine how small the brains have to be, how tiny the brains have to be of the people, the two people.
Yeah.
Who put those tiny brains together, Donald Trump and Natalie Harp.
Yeah, Donald Trump and Natalie Harp. Instead of trying to get our beef situation under control, instead of trying to, get the economy under control, instead of trying to win the real war that he started, instead of releasing the Epstein files, these two lovebirds, they don't even care about Melania, right? She's not even involved. They sit in the White House all day crafting AI images together while she has one hand on his smart device and her other hand somewhere where we all are just going, wow, how could you put your hand there knowing he's wearing a diaper?
To post madness like that. Imagine how small those Natalie Harp and Donald Trump brains are when they're collaborating on how to scare Iran today on social media.
Sick.
In their best-selling book, Regime Change, Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan reported that Vice President James David Vance advised Donald Trump against starting a war with Iran. On page 402, they report, quote...
Here goes. So, the biggest question that we've all wanted to get an answer to, this is something very important. Did Donald Trump know what would happen if he decided to proceed with this war of choice? And this is very, very alarming.
But with the exception of the vice president, nobody on the senior team, not his Secretary of State, not his chairman of the Joint Chiefs, not his chief of staff, had made a real effort to talk him out of it. On the next page, they have this account of the final meeting about going to war in Iran.
Here it goes.
On Thursday, February 26th, around 5 p.m., the final go, no-go meeting got underway in the Situation Room. By now, the positions of everyone in the room had crystallized. Everything had been discussed in prior meetings. Everyone knew everyone else's stance. The president was the president, and they would back his decision. There were no presentations, no paperwork, just a discussion that would last an hour and a half. The war planning group had been kept so tight that the two key officials who would need to manage the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Energy Secretary Chris Wright, were still not in the loop one day before the launch of the war, nor was the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. The Director of National Intelligence wasn't even in the room.
Wow. Think about this. And all I'm listening for is, all right, so get to the point where Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I was looking for.
For the final go, no-go meeting. Today, the Wall Street Journal is reporting this about Tulsi Gabbard.
Here it goes.
Days before going to war with Iran in February, President Trump summoned his intelligence chief to the Oval Office to ask whether a full-on assault was a good idea. Then Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, outlined assessments from America's intelligence apparatus, according to people familiar with the meeting. She told Trump that killing Iran's supreme leader would likely usher in a more hardline regime open to acquiring nuclear weapons.
So she told him that this would actually make matters worse, because, and it also seems like she's calling it out that Iran doesn't really have the nuclear weapon to begin with. But if you do this, you're going to force them to go and get it. So now you got to ask yourself, when he says Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, what does that really mean? Because all of his actions, when you line it all up, it seems like he's actually trying to help Iran get a nuclear weapon. And you're going, it makes sense. He's BFF with Kim Jong-un, right? Sending planes over there with Russia. So is Donald Trump even the real president of the United States, or is he working for another country? That's the question you got to ask.
Tehran would rush to close the Strait of Hormuz, destabilizing the global energy market, and it would strike U.S. forces and partners in the Middle East, prompting questions about American resolve and reliability with allies. And so Donald Trump was warned. And Donald Trump alone made the decision to go to war.
So Donald Trump was warned, ladies and gentlemen. He was warned, don't do it. Do not go to war. And what did he decide to do anyway, ladies and gentlemen? He decided to drag this country into war. T.S. Love, white conservatives of the GOP brand are, what did you say? They're already leading to U.S. to nuclear destruction? Yeah. Oh, look at Bill Pro. Bill Pro, we have been in a war with Iran for 47 years. Give me a break, fake news. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a demon out there. Bill, why would you come on my show and say that? When did this war actually, when did we declare this war, Bill? Yeah, I see something glitching too on my end. Yeah, Bill, when did this war actually start? When did this war actually start, Bill? I didn't think so, Bill. How about this? Ladies and gentlemen, Bill understood that he made a wrong decision, actually letting his his mouth move faster than his brain. Bill, why don't you take a quick 5-minute timeout? Get on out of here. W's in the chat for Kimmy. We made him take a quick timeout. Hope you're doing okay. Hey, Bill, I just had an idea. How come a lot of you conservative men won't ever back up all this tough talk? Like, I think it's awesome you crash out and you talk real tough on social media. The Democrats, you'll mop them. But wouldn't it be nice, ladies and gentlemen, if you actually saw a conservative man lace up their boots and get on over there and help bring down the gas prices for America? Wouldn't that be nice, W. Zeus? You don't want to do that. Why don't any of you ever want to actually show us how tough you are and get on over there and show us what real war looks like? I'm going to do this for my country, but instead you think it makes you look strong to punch down on folks in the LGBTQ plus community or black and brown people. That's not tough. We've already seen that in America before. Do something incredible. Do something heroic. Get on over there. Am I right? CCW's in the chat for CC. Get on over there and show us you mean business. Make sure you lace up those boots, put your feet, land on those beaches in Iran, climb those mountains, and the whole time, I just want you to keep thinking to yourself, I'm doing this because Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. And, all your meals and rations and stuff, make sure you pack it up with all this mystery meat and stuff like that. W, Kimmy, thank you. Pack it up with the mystery meat. Because obviously you genuinely are, you claim you're a real patriot, so to speak. Yeah, boots on the ground. Yeah. So do we have any volunteers that want to go over to Iran? Oh, Zeus, if love Iran so much, go over. So we have Wokey Brokey in the chat today. Can't even speak English. That mystery meat must be doing a number on you. Can you speak English? Wokey Brokey? What grade did you graduate from, Wokey Brokey? It couldn't have been anything beyond maybe the 3rd grade, because when you can't even write incomplete sentences, that's all TikTok lets you type maybe 1 or 2 sentences and you can't even get that right. You can only imagine what kind of damage went on when you decided to go in the voting booth and betray your country. You couldn't even understand what was on the ballot. Brain so smooth. I'm surprised you were able to actually check off Donald Trump's name. I didn't know you knew how to read. W Zeus. Hey, Wokey Brokey, do us a favor. Take another 5-minute time. Oh, he already took a 5-minute timeout. Thank you, everyone. 5-minute break. Do a lap around the building. Yeah, it's just incredible that MAGA hates when we show them how terrible their dear leader is and how terrible they are, right? But we're going to keep doing it because, when you see the evil and wickedness that these Trump supporters are doing, especially, when it comes to our men and women in uniform, you sit back and you say, how could you? How could you let the most incompetent, W's in the chat for Rick, how could you let the most incompetent person run our military and allow him to hire the most incompetent person? Secretary of War Crime, Pete Kegsbreath. You know what I'm talking about. We have a nice little clip. This one involves, who is this? Retired Major General Randy Manor, Master Sergeant Rig Madden discussing Pete Hegseth. So we got Union Gang here, ladies and gentlemen. You know who he is. And I said, you know what? We always got to shout out. We always got to do shout outs when folks we know are out here representing. And this is 100% facts. I verified it. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Why is it taking us? Maybe my internet. Maybe my internet is taking forever. Let's go. Here it goes. There we go.
To the United States. Period. He has done more harm to our nation's security than any Secretary of Defense that I am aware of through entirely our 250-year history. He is not competent. If you read his book where he says, we're going to give no quarter, we're not going to have any rules, those are the words of a potential war criminal. As a retired Major General with 36 years of experience, for me to say that of a Secretary of Defense, I never, ever thought I would ever say anything like that.
He's going to have to be held accountable. There's no honor in killing children.
Get him.
And he is a disgrace.
Yes.
Look at this disaster. You have Army soldiers coming home in body bags. Instead of just owning up to this, they lie.
That is not what makes America great. It's not. That's what makes tyrants and despots and dictators great.
Trump wants a military that's more loyal to him. And that's why Hegseth has this position. He wants the military that's more loyal to him than the Constitution. Hegseth, he has to go. Every day that he stays in there, you're gonna lose more soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. Imagine a general having to listen to this fool talk. It makes my blood boil every time I hear him.
Mine too. W's in the chat. Retired Major General Randy Manor and Rig, all right, Union Gang. I love it when we see men and women in uniform who used to be and really have served our country speaking out against Donald J. Trump and Secretary of War Crimes himself for their just complete and utter incompetence. All right. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, and this is to me a very heartbreaking and very, very serious story. And this has to do with Alex Preddy's family and ICE. If you care about this country, which I know all of you do, except for the smooth brain, mystery meat eating, hanging out on Grindr, doing what they do, individuals that worship Donald Trump, then this is a very important story that needs to be we never need to let it go on top of all the other stories. We all lived through one of the most darkest moments in America. Well, actually, there's a lot of dark moments, but this was a dark moment as well. When we watched ICE, Border Patrol, whatever they want to call them, Donald Trump's thugs, unleash hell on innocent Americans. And this is why, you smooth brain, this is why you're not going to get any sympathy from Big Zeus. And because you won't even acknowledge this. You won't even acknowledge. You want to tell me you're trying to protect us from the people invading the country, right? But the people that are actually harming us are the people you told us were going to protect us. You must think we're eating mystery meat and have smooth brains like you if you think we're going to fall for that.
And no one has given us the complete truth or anyone has been held accountable. And it's been 7 months.
There was more effort in vilifying him.
One murdered, and no one has given us the complete truth or anyone has been held accountable. And it's been 7 months.
There was more effort in vilifying him than pursuing justice.
A kid who is out observing something that should not be happening in this world today in the United States. Why?
Yeah.
What did he do to deserve to be murdered? To left cold, on the ground, dead? My child. What did he do?
Former DHS Secretary Kristi Noem accused Preddy of committing an act of domestic terrorism. The Justice Department.
What did he do to be treated like this at the hands of the United States government? And many of us black and brown people, we know this feeling very, very well. That's why it registered. As soon as she said what she said, it immediately registered. And I said, that is the ultimate question. And he didn't do anything is the answer. We have a government that claimed it was there to protect and serve an American, but instead it came to protect, I don't know what, but serve that American. Hell, WVIP. And you don't think to yourselves, you smooth-brained demons, that what goes around comes around. This is why it's important to be a person of character. This is why it's important, whether you're a religious person or not, to understand how things like karma work, how the universal laws work. All right? Because when you work and you do wicked and evil things, then you're just going to end up reaping those at a certain point. And when I see and hear stories like this, I say, you have a mother. You know, when I was growing up, my mother and my father, they genuinely took their jobs as parents serious. And they used to say one thing: I brought you in, I take you out, you know. And if you put your hand on their children, you know, they'd say, my mom would say stuff like, you know, I carried you 9 months. I didn't do that so that somebody else could take you out. Right? And mothers out there probably could relate to that feeling to a certain degree, right? Especially you women, you have to carry the child. And you have a woman on national television wondering, why did I carry my son all that time, raised him, invested in him, taught him to be everything, to have my own country take him out? And this is what I say. A lot of you so-called conservative men that like to pretend like you're tough, you're not tough. If you were tough, you would have laced up those boots and gotten over there to Iran, Karg Island, and you would have let them know, I'm here to liberate the Iranian people and bring these gas prices down for my daddy. And if you don't comply, then you know what comes, you know, you would be doing that. But every single time I talk to some of you conservative men out there, it's okay, we got high gas prices. It's okay because we've been at war for 47 years. No, you ain't been at war for 47 years. You've been sitting at home watching Fox News for 47 years. You don't know anything about war. Don't ever let those words come out of your mouth, you sick, smooth-brained demons. You don't know what war is. There's a war going on right now with your wallet, and you're losing. What you talking about? You've been at war with it. So you want to go over there? 47 years. Think about how crazy that sounds. If you have been at war for 47 years, is it really a war, or have you been getting your butt kicked? You can't be at war that long. Somebody's losing, somebody's winning. So are you telling me this whole 47 years, the United States was winning, or were we losing this 47 years? Which side of this were we on? Because either way you try to spin it, it doesn't make any sense. So we've been losing a war with Iran for 47 years. And then you needed Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth, the two most incompetent, compromised individuals, to turn the tides on the war we've been losing for 4 years. And now we're out of munitions? You got retired generals speaking out, talking about this, man. These people are a danger to the country. You got to bring the National Guard to Washington, D.C. Oh, and you try to mask it as, oh, I'm bringing the National Guard to the Washington, D.C. because we want them to clean it up. No, you're not. You're bringing the National Guard because you're scared. You need to have as many bodyguards around you because you're losing the war. We just found you in a food truck. What kind of weakness is this? You think George Washington was hiding in a food truck? That George Washington knew war. George Washington knew what war was. That was somebody that was ready to do what he needed to do. Read about him. Out in the freezing cold, crossing the river. That's real warfare. You weren't just eating. You may have had to eat the mystery meat, but it was for the right reason. Come on, because you out there freezing. That's real war. And he was a terrible person because he still had slaves, but I get it. At that time, it was what it was. But in 2026, you can't convince me that you know what war is. We've been at war with a country for 47 years, getting our butt kicked, and then you get the most incompetent people to try to turn the table on us? Absolutely not.
Department then opened a civil rights investigation shortly after the killing, working with the FBI and DHS. Attorney General Todd Blanche said Preddy's actions...
Look who we have right here. Somebody actually said we're not out of ammunition. Sir Puff, why would you pollute my chat with that ridiculous statement? Why would you? I'm sitting up here asking folks like you, and Sir Puff is a crazy demon. I've seen him. He'll take his shirt off and try to act real tough. My only question is, if we're not out of ammunition or munitions, why aren't you over there, Sir Puff? All this time I've known you, Snuggie. Where's Snuggie, by the way? Snuggie Huggy. Used to live in his own, and then he ended up, when Trump second term began, you know what I found out about Snuggie Huggy? He ended up having to move into one of his friend's basement. They had to split the rent together. You say, how much was his rent? His rent used to be $1,200, but now him and his buddy, who's his buddy, Wild Man Grinder 69. You've seen him. Now they're splitting $600 rent, and they're splitting it 6 ways, so he only has to spend $100, and their utility bill actually is more than their rent. So they're really going through hard times. But this is what they've turned themselves into. Yeah, they do eat the mystery meat. And I said, you did this to yourselves. You can't blame the Democrats as much as they want to. You can't blame Joe Biden. I know it's so hard, MAGA, honestly. Isn't it, MAGA? Isn't it hard to not blame Joe Biden? That's probably the hardest thing your smooth brains have to deal with on a, 24 hours pass. 24 hours pass. They go to what is on your agenda to do today? And, the first thing you got to do is check your bank account. Oh, I only got $25 in there. And, my mammy, my Meemaw, she needs some corn. And so I got to go to the store and get some corn. But that truck, I don't know if that truck going to start today. So I'm going to need me some gas. Go check the gas can in the back. I don't know how long that gas has been there. Oh, somebody stole the gas out of the gas can. I got to spend 10 of this dollars. It's real nasty. It's real nasty out there when you listen to these Trump supporters. And I love running up on them, like people like Sir Puff. Hey, Sir Puff, you're splitting the rent with Snuggie and Wild Man Grinder 69. How does it make you feel? And somebody actually sent me this video. I didn't want to share it with you, but this is Sir Puff, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see him, all right, I can give it to you real quick. All right, let's see if we got it real quick. How many of you seen this demon right here? Yeah, here you go. This is MAGA right here.
Donald Trump is putting America back like it needs to be. The ones that are trying to change America is not the America I was raised to know. And I want it to be like I was raised back in the 50s and 60s and 70s.
The 50s and 60s, there's segregation going on then.
Well, still, I'm a Donald Trumper, and that's the way it
is. All right, thank you.
Woo! Donald Trump is putting America back like it needs to be. The ones that are trying to change America is not the America I was raised to know. And I want it to be like I was raised back in the 50s and 60s and 70s.
The 50s, 60s, there's segregation going on then.
Well, still, I'm a Donald Trumper, and that's the way it is.
Hey, that's real spill right there. I'm a Donald Trumper, and that's just the way it is. Wow, man, you put that man's name on your back like that and walked away. You were real proud of yourself. You said something, right?
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in. You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that.
This is him.
But you are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much. You may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
Yeah, MAGA. This is literally where you're at.
And I love President Trump, and anything he says to do, I do.
Anything he says to do, you will do.
I will.
Literally anything.
Will.
Him and Jesus, yes.
Okay.
Those are my two top guys.
If he told you to that an election was stolen, would you believe him?
Yes.
Okay. If he told you that his political enemies deserve to get arrested, would you believe him?
Yes.
If he told you that all Democrats are scum, would you believe him?
Yes, Democrats.
Democrats.
Yeah.
That's his phrase. You're saying it as well.
Yeah, I watch everything he does. I watch it all day long.
You would literally do anything he told you.
Yes. I want to volunteer. I want to be a nurse for him.
You want to be a nurse for him?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
I mean, he needs a nurse.
change his bedpan?
Yes. No problem.
You'd have no problem changing Trump's bedpan.
No, he doesn't need it, but when he does, I'll be there. And you don't have to pay me.
You do change his bedpan for free.
Yes.
That's MAGA right there, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell. W. Zeus. Woo. You've been exposed. Yeah. And this is who the American people have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. Every single day they go inside and they destroy all the progress. They try to destroy all the progress we have made as a nation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my monologue. Let's go ahead and open up the boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. Woo! That's a Zeus for you this morning. Wow, can you believe it? Let's go. Thank you, Kabira. Wow. I mean, wow. You're back. Game over. We love that gift. Yeah, I did too. Let's see, who do we got next? Wow. Good morning, Nutty. Welcome to the show.
Wow. You bring me right up after that Zeus.
Yeah, I mean, you changed your name too. What's the name change about?
No, this is the official campaign account.
Okay.
I normally don't come here on this account.
Gotcha.
But there's a couple things that I wanted to point out. So when you were playing Lawrence O'Donnell,
yeah,
when you were playing him when he was speaking last evening, you didn't realize that on the ticker below when he was talking, one of our mutuals was on the ticker.
Oh.
She's been in the kingdom before.
What's her name?
Nikayla Jasmine Thomas.
Okay, all right. Shout out.
She's running for Senate in Oklahoma.
Whoa.
She won the runoff last night. She mollywopped. When I tell you she mollywopped the establishment, Democrat that was running,
yeah,
she got like 70,000 votes to his like 35,000.
Wow.
In the runoff.
Congratulations.
She won by 70%.
Wow.
So you all, when we are telling you all
I see
that
her, yeah, she got 60.3%. Yeah.
yes, when we're telling you all that she's 100% grassroots.
Wow.
100%.
Michaela Jasmine, wow, congratulations. You're doing a great that means
I wanted to point that out. Yeah, I wanted to point that out because we need to keep boosting candidates like herself.
Wow.
We need to keep boosting like Angie over in Florida, who's running over in Florida for governor.
Yes.
Angie Nixon.
Let's go.
We gotta keep boosting these people because in order for us to get change, we gotta put change in those seats.
Preach. Oh
we
my
gotta
God,
put
that's
change
good.
in
That's
those
good.
seats.
Thank you, bro. Because sometimes we do these shows and you don't know what we're saying and talking about, how it actually is playing out in the real world. But what I have noticed is that a lot of the conversations that we have on this show in particular, because we don't really get a chance to debate, you start to kind of see it playing out in other people's campaigns or even on television sometimes. So it shows how important these conversations and these shows really are.
Absolutely.
Including yourself, by the way.
Well, listen, Zeus, the disrespect that she got, even from the media, because when the media was talking about her last night, they're like, now, of course, she's coming in. She's a huge underdog in this November election.
Right.
Well, you know what? They said that she was an underdog when she announced she was going to run.
Good.
And then she beat out a field of 4 or 5 people, and then had to go to a runoff because she didn't get 50%. And then in the runoff, she kicked his tail.
Thank you.
So go ahead, media. Keep underestimating a black woman. Keep underestimating an indigenous woman.
Get him, Nutty.
Keep
Go ahead.
underestimating her.
Go ahead, Nutty. Oh, they hate it when you start talking about black women and them being in positions of power. They hate that, man. Why? Don't do that. You're getting them upset again, Nutty. Please be careful out there.
Well, if I'm getting them upset, can I just go ahead and just piss them off?
And there's a lot of brothers out there that get upset when you start uplifting black women too. So,
guess what? I'm gonna always uplift black women, and I'm gonna always empower all women.
That part. Oh, you sound soft. You sound like you've gone soft. You know how they get. You sound like you've gone soft.
Well, you know what? If that's what it means to be soft, then I'm soft as hell, Zeus.
Me too.
I'm going to be soft as hell because I cannot forget that it was a woman that brought me in this world. And you know what, Zeus? Like you said, it's a woman that can take me out.
There you go. There he is right there. Dame, I knew you was here. He tunes in every day.
Of course he does. Of course he does. That's the weakest brother there is. And I use the word brother very loosely in quotation.
I actually think, Nutty, he eventually, when this is all said and done, he's going to be a Democrat. He's going to be.
No, he ain't.
No, I do. But it's going to take a lot more behind whooping, though. He got to get a lot more whoopings. That's just me, though.
Zeus, he can call himself whatever he wants, but he will never be accepted. Not even by the Democrats. Because
what if he cuts your grass? What if he cuts your grass free for a year?
You know what? It's more than cutting my grass that's going to get him to the light. No, there's nothing that can redeem ignorance. There's nothing that can redeem that demon.
Wow.
God himself has to come down, and I have to physically see God lay hands on him before I believe it.
Amen.
But I wanted to bring
when God does it, it's a different thing. So I agree.
It is a different thing.
Maybe we'll pray God touch his heart, but I won't be praying with him because we saw Q-Dog pray with him, and then I saw what he did to Q-Dog. I said, oh, that's a different type of demon right there. I need to stay away.
Of course. But there's one more thing. The gentleman and I use the term gentleman loosely, the gentleman that you played that said that he's just going to vote for Donald Trump.
He said he's a Trumper. He's a Trumper.
Because he wants things to be, he wants America to be like it was in the 50s and 60s. And when the journalist, and I call him a journalist because he's doing the work, when the journalist pointed out, oh, we had segregations back in the 50s and 60s, Did you notice that he was like, well, I'm just for, he wanted to say exactly.
He wanted to say, and
he
you
wanted
act like
to say
I have a problem
exactly
with that.
But he saw that he was being recorded, and he had a little sense in him to say, well, I'm just for Trump.
Oh.
Because that's exactly where they want to take us, Zeus. They want to take us back to the civil rights movement. They want to take us back to where our generation, the generations who didn't know have to go to a colored only water fountain. That's what he wants. He wants to take it back to a time where black people had to go to the back of the bus. He wants to take us back to a time where black people had scars on their backs from being whipped in the fields. That's what he wants.
Oh, why?
That's why.
What does he get out of? What do they get out of seeing black people being mistreated, Nutty? I'm just curious if we can actually diagnose what's really going on, because it doesn't matter. It seems whether it's black people, brown people, women, there's some sort of obsession with being violent.
You know, Zeus, I can't answer for a racist. I can only give you my theory. My theory is that they hate themselves so much that they have to hate others more than themselves because they know they have zero value. They know they have zero value. They know that they don't create anything. They know that they don't contribute anything. They know that this world can still move without them. And because of that, the jealousy eats at them to the core. Instead of saying, let me be a better person, they dig into the racism. They dig into the misogyny. They dig into the homophobia.
Yeah.
They have so many phobias that you can't even keep up with them.
Paralyzed. They can't even grow. You can't grow and be a good person when you're that paralyzed by fear. They fear everything. And yet they're the dangerous ones. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. There's a creator that's on here and on Instagram and do all the things. And she, every week, she talks about law enforcement that have been arrested. That have been arrested for whatever reason.
So the criminals with the badges getting arrested.
Criminal with the badges. And in the last few months, when she's exposing these officers on a weekly basis that's been arrested, most of them has been because of SA, of women and children. And why am I even saying this? I'm saying it is because they are the perpetrators of the violence. And it's all, I'm choosing my words carefully. You can hear it in my voice. Every single thing that she's shown over the last few months, every single one, white men. Every single one. I clocked it.
Wow.
And this is a white woman doing this.
Oh, wow.
This is a white woman. It's been white men. So you know she has no bias against white men. Well, I don't know what she has because I don't know her. But I don't believe she has a bias against white men. She's just exposing the people who are supposed to protect and serve.
You hear that, Bill Goff, whatever your name is? You hear that, wild man grinder? But you know they're always concerned, Nutty, about crime in the inner cities. Did you know that? I mean,
you know what? It's the inner cities, because anytime you talk about urban areas and urban core, they automatically think the N-word. That's what they think, not realizing that there are a lot of white people that live in the urban core.
True.
There are a lot of white people that live in the urban core.
True.
But see, here's the deal, Zeus. There's horrible people in every culture, in every demographic.
Yep.
There's horrible people that we don't associate with, even if they happen to have the same skin tone that we have. We just don't mess with them, Dame. We just don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? The fact is that we just have to continue calling it out, telling the truth, and doing what? Shaming the devil.
Let's go. Thank you.
So I just wanted to get up here and give Nikayla her flowers
Yeah, shout out to Natalie.
I wanted to give her flowers because, listen, I don't know if she's listening right now, but I know she does come into the kingdom. Nikayla, if you are listening, you keep going. You keep your head up.
Yes.
You keep doing the thing that you're doing. Because originally she was running against Mark Wayne Mullen.
Wow.
And when Mark Wayne got tapped to be DHS secretary, then they had to put forth another candidate.
Yeah.
That's the seat she's running for.
Got
the
it.
seat that was vacated by Mark Wayne Mullen.
There you go. There you go. Let's go. Well, she's going to win. We're going to pray that she wins, put it that way. And, she has our 100% support because what we need is more voices like ours in these spaces, shutting down the MAGA demon at every single level. Fair enough.
And before I get out of here, I just have one question because Rika keeps asking. And Rika, I'm going to ask the question for you. Where in the hell is Mitch? Where is he? Can you tell me?
Where is Mitch?
I mean, I feel like we're back at Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
Like, where's Mitch the Glitch?
Yeah. I mean, this is the biggest kept secret in the Republican Party. Why can't we get an answer? Why are you all okay with Mitch the Glitch in a ditch?
So this is the accountability, y'all. This is not fair to the people.
Someone wrote he's gone. Y'all think he's gone?
Well, I'm gonna just move on.
He's in hell. Yeah.
Well, so you said he's visiting Lindsay?
Oh, too soon.
Oh, he's visiting Lindsay. Okay.
Come on. We supposed to be when they go low, we go high.
We're gonna take him to the pit of hell. No.
Y'all really be out here. Y'all angry. Y'all angry this morning.
We're angry at the lack of accountability. Wow. That's what we're angry about because it's not fair to the people of Kentucky. And I would go further and say it's not fair to the people of the United States of America because he may represent Kentucky, but look at all the damage he's done to the United States of America. Look at the Supreme Court. He's responsible for the Supreme Court.
Wow. Somebody wrote dead, no more turtle soup. Wow. Yeah, wow.
Listen, and final thing, that unknown meat that we saw in Hy-Vee.
Yeah,
we saw. And see, we have Hy-Vees here in Misery, right? It's a Misery company. Hy-Vees. I'm actually going to go over to Hy-Vee, and I'm going to see if I see any of, because it looked like turtle to me. So I was like, is that Mitch in the packages? Was that Mitch?
Hey, be
being
careful.
Wrapped up and
be careful. Put your hazmat suits on and the gloves on and an N95 mask when you go around that mystery meat, because it could be radioactive. It could be you don't know where that stuff came from.
Listen,
I saw that, and I said they covered it in black. I don't know what they wrapped that stuff in. That's nasty. And just stay away from it. Just stay the hell away from it.
Well, listen, I am so glad that as Black people, we are very resilient people. We know how to grow food. We know how to make food. We know how to sustain. We know how to sustain when everyone else is going to be panicking.
Yeah.
We are very resourceful people, not including Dane. That doesn't include all of us.
No, he got a little something in him, man. Y'all.
We're very resourceful people. And Dame, when that day comes and you need help, don't look for black hands being reached out to pull you up, brother. Because
that made me laugh when you thought.
No, we're not going to pull you up. Because when you're out there and you are just constantly regurgitating white supremacy, then go join them because we see that you want to be like them. So go to your Motel 6 with all the money that you're making on TikTok and all the fancy cars you're driving, and just know that money doesn't buy happiness, nor does it buy, well, I'm going to just leave it at that, especially since I'm on my campaign account. So have a wonderful day. Y'all, don't forget to register. Get out there and vote.
Thank you.
It matters. It matters. It matters. Let's go. Let's get this blue wave. We're not going to have a blue wave if you don't get out there and vote. Let's go.
Thank you.
Have a great day, Zeus.
W's in the chat for Nutty. You saw that? You don't catch yourself, huh? And you better start doing a lot more of that, especially a lot of y'all. You got to catch yourself when that social media demon kick in and you start feeling like it's time to be the realest. You better say, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and run my campaign. I want to run it to the ground. Thank you, Nutty. Oh, yeah, I love it when people come and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, good morning. Who do we got this morning? Good morning, Dr. Keisha. How are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Can you see me? I can hear me. Hello, how are you?
I am doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Good. Well, it's so lovely to have you this morning, bright and early. You have any good news for us, or is it more like when I go to the doctor and they get, they're reading back what's going on, you're going, oh my gosh, we got problems.
Thank you for okay, the good news is that if you are immunized, you are going to fare well this season.
Okay, that's great news. Thank you. I mean, you got to give me something, Doc, because I'm immunized. I don't do what the smooth brains do.
Well, you need to talk to some of your other creators because there's some that aren't immunized.
There's a saying, save yourself. And
right?
I get what you're saying, but it's so hard to talk to other adults and convince them sometimes that their health should be their biggest priority. So I hope that by leading by example, they kind of pick up on what's going on, and they say, well, I would love to be as handsome as Zeus. What is the secret? And they say, well, you know what? I might go get immunized. Thank you, Doc. But thank you because it's sound medical advice. And as always, we check with our doctors if we got questions. Am I correct?
Now listen, doctor is a very loose term these days, okay? I've met a couple of doctors. Make sure they're MD or DO.
Okay, fair enough.
And we do have MDs and DOs, like the new Surgeon General of Louisiana that doesn't believe in immunizations and wants to dismantle it and get rid of requirements in schools as well. So those are not the MDs and DOs that you trust. Those are not the ones.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying, because if they start talking that stuff Trump was talking about changing the schedule, the vaccine schedule for children.
Yeah,
you heard
he
about
tried that executive order. He did. And, Sid Rapp out of Minnesota, the Vaccine Integrity Project, is still doing the work to tell us. Over 200 organizations wrote a letter against that executive order.
Good.
Right? Many thousands of signatures on it. So rest assured, all of the actual evidence-based medicine practices, the ones that have been keeping you safe for decades, are not for what he's talking about.
Thank
so
you.
You can either go get with
this is good,
or get with that, right?
Good,
you can get with this or get with that.
That's a song. I remember that song. Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest.
Yes, let's go. But I wanted to ask you. So, what do you think about this situation? I know someone, smooth brain. They don't like getting vaccinated, and they eat the mystery meat. What do you think about a person living such a lifestyle?
First of all, I don't eat land meat or air animals.
Okay.
It is kind of funny, right?
That's a heck of a combination, right? You eat the mystery meat, no vaccine, smooth brain. I mean, what are your chances of survival in the wild?
Not good. Not good. And here, on all serious notes, Dr. Dan, who probably second most handsome, well, my husband's number one, but second most handsome in your kingdom, because my husband doesn't come on TikTok. He
okay. Then he's not fair. He's not even in the equation. All right, W's in the chat.
Dr. Dan is ex-military.
Okay.
He was a former appointee on the Obama task force, health task force, and he's an ER doctor.
Okay.
We did an episode on Monday on the Medical Collective about public health as a national security risk. And I will tell y'all to listen to it on two ways. First of all, normal occurring pathogens. No, there's not a lab leak for C19. Normal occurring pathogens are going to be our detriment because we don't trust science and we don't have the people to back it and continue it. Right. So that was going to make us weaker and our resources for a possible biosecurity threat. That is what I will tell you all.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what it'll be. But listen to it because he talked about a lot of important stuff. As measles is over 2,700 cases, And last year we lost 3 people. This year we just lost 2. On
I've
the
heard
same
about
day
yeah.
we lost Dolly Parton. So somebody like Dolly Parton that y'all don't know that invested over $2 million into Vanderbilt Medical University. Half of it was during the beginning of the pandemic or plandemic, as some of y'all believe, whatever you want to call it. During that period, she invested $1 million to help with Moderna vaccine research and planning. Same thing with children's infectious disease and cancer. Go figure. Actually invested in it, didn't steal from it.
So that's a good thing. When you're
That's a good
investing in
thing.
research. Okay, yeah, see?
But for those that love Dolly Parton and who she represented, music and beyond, do yourself a favor and don't let her work be in vain. Because as we talk about, we miss Dolly Parton, that we miss the people that did the work. Are you unraveling it or are you contributing to it? We have lost 5 people at least known from measles since 2025. What are we doing? And we know that some of them
don't they say all these people are not vaccinated? That's
not vaccinated. The last 2 are in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It was funny on one of the articles. There's a picture of a buggy. So I guess they're still doing the horse and buggy.
Wow. Think about that though, right? I mean, when you're not as informed or isn't that a dangerous thing too? I mean, and I talked about the smooth brain, right? Because that's the combination you're running across in your industry, I would imagine. You probably, a nasty combo would be the smooth brain combo mixed with the mystery meat eating and the unvaccinated.
Yeah.
And they're proud of it.
It's the recipe for disaster. And you know what? Emerging pathogens love that. Cyclospora, look at it. Last year.
They love it.
This is, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Last year, y'all, we had cyclospora. The year before that, we had cyclospora. The year before that, we had it because there was a task force created in 2019. Now, we have a lot of ghost task force. We don't know who's leading them. They said it's there, but it's just sitting there idle.
Yeah.
But we had it every year. But this one year, cyclospora has went off the freaking rails. You know why?
Why?
They dismantled everything that was in place to take care of public health while y'all sleep. The data, the reporting, the collecting, the minimizing it. Last year, we had 50 cases in Michigan. Now it's quadrupled, quintupled. It's just ridiculous.
So how do I protect myself from this nasty tornado of, because these people go around and they get other folks sick, sort of like how the Black Plague sort of spread. Can I protect myself from these demons in any way?
Put garlic around your neck.
Okay, fair enough. They're worse than the vampires.
I'm gonna be honest.
Wow.
I want to say something. You seriously need to protect yourself. If you have children that can't get immunized, don't let people around your children. Your newborn baby until they're 2 months, and then 2 weeks after they get their MMR. Don't let people around you. You know what? Protect your circle. That's what I'll say. Just like you said, we can't convince people even on our side to get immunized and to talk about it. Protect your circle. That's what I will say, because unfortunately, what we're watching is just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know if you guys know Mpox is alive and well, and the first clade, the OG is back, and Guinea-Bissau, they have an outbreak, particularly in children. So this is not just no more what people think a disease of them. Measles is not a disease of them.
Wow.
Mpox is not a disease of them, because remember, y'all don't take vaccines.
They don't.
Cyclospora is not a disease of them. Even plant-based
not
people.
A safe country anymore. I mean, can you believe
we are
this?
not safe because we don't trust the science, and we're not protecting others. So we will be, as we mentioned in that episode, a national security risk. And I want to say something about measles that people don't remember.
Wow.
Check out that episode too. It causes amnesia. So the thing that really pisses me off is these children that are going to school.
It causes amnesia. What causes amnesia?
Immune amnesia, meaning whether you have been vaccinated to other diseases or you have been exposed, right? You got the chickenpox.
I'm all that. Yeah,
it wipes out your immune system memory to those diseases.
If I contract the measles, it'll wipe out the history of all the vaccines I've gotten.
Yeah.
That's like Men in Black in a way.
And anything you've been exposed to. If you have the chickenpox and you think you're good, you can get sick to other things because you're no longer immune to them. It's wiped out that memory.
What?
Very dangerous. dangerous, bad mamma jamma. I'm gonna call it a man. I'm not gonna call it a woman. I'm gonna call it Hurricane Sam.
Wow. Wow, and
Yeah.
this is what we're dealing with in this country. It's like we're being attacked on all fronts.
On all fronts.
Wow. Wow.
But this is I'm gonna say this is the most serious front because it's sneaky. It's you can't see it, as RFK Jr. says. Remember, he can't see it; it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But it does exist.
Hmm.
We are dismantling every single thing that's keeping us safe against it.
Wow.
So I'll just tell y'all, buckle up.
Wow.
Protect you on your own, and unfortunately, children of parents that are foolish are going to be the first ones to be the experiment.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, you know, so much for the those who claim to be pro-life, right? They bring them in, and next thing you know, they just basically leave them to the wayside to allow the viruses and the pathogens to have their way with their children. And then they get on TV and say, "Oh, I loved my child." No, you didn't love your child. If you did, you would have taken care of them. You would have fed them. You wouldn't have fed them the mystery meat. All right. So
you on this mystery. Listen, there's
did
a
you
lot
see?
of stuff.
Did you see the packaging that meat came in? Were you here when I played that, Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, but listen, we got prion diseases. I mean, I don't know. People know there's prion diseases that occur in meat. CJD is one of them. Look them up. These are non-living things that are basically fatal. You got people telling kids to go swim in fresh water, and we just lost a child last week from Naegleria fowleri, which is a brain-eating amoeba. It goes straight into the
You hear
cribriform.
that, macaroni phony Tony, the only homie?
Don't swim in fresh water or brackish water. I'm just
Go
going to
swim
tell
in
you.
the fresh water, champ. Go ahead. Go ahead, macaroni phony Tony. Swim in the freshest of water you can find. Make sure you throw a little vinegar in there too.
I don't know. I don't know at this point. I don't know. Like you say, I throw it up and I give it to God, and I can't anymore.
Well,
I can do what I want in my circle. I can do the podcast. I mean, and when I tell y'all the episodes, when people ask me questions, I'm like, we talked about measles. I talked about cyclospora testing. I've been on NPR.
Yeah.
I've talked about what you can do, how you can contribute to things. I don't know what else.
You're doing everything, Doc. You need to be doing, and I gotta give you a round of applause. Don't give up. The thing is, all you can do is give us the information and then let us absorb it. And I would say you've been very, very instrumental in helping me personally make a lot of health changes. You know, I used to do the bacon thing, and you came on my show. You said, "Zeus, you're so handsome." You know, in a good, nice, professional way. You're so handsome, and if you just got rid of the bacon and you cut this and that out, you'd really be, popping. And I did it. And look at it. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Yeah, turkey bacon. Let's do turkey bacon. I will not tell y'all to do tofurkey or fake bacon. It's disgusting. I don't do a lot of processed foods, by the way. That's one thing. But you know what? I'll bring it full circle. We got to take care of our mental health. And I say that as a mother of somebody with a mental illness. It's hard. And they're taking and stripping away the minimal amount of health care we have, especially for mental health services, y'all.
Thank you.
It's sad.
Thank you, Doc.
So pray for us all. Even the strong ones, I've seen Zeus come up here sometimes on his days and be struggling, and I'm glad you guys give him the support. But I would tell y'all it's hard, and sometimes I just wanna give up on it and just take care of my family.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Don't do that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Huge round of applause for Dr. Keisha Davis. Make sure you're giving her a follow and check out the Medical Collective, all right? Keep up to date on all the help you need for yourself, especially if you care about yourself. All right, Doc. Thank you so much. All right, now, Macaroni Phony Tony, lonely homie. What sewer did you crawl out today? Whose baby mama did you try to run up on and end up getting kicked out of their house type of time you on? What brings you back to the kingdom? All right. You don't get to come into my chat. Oh, there he goes right there. There he goes right there. This won't take long. I got to, I'm not my brother's keeper. I really am not. But Macaroni Phony Tony, let me see if we can I need to get a good chuckle in today. He said that I hate myself, and he put it in all caps. You want to come up here and explain that?
You ain't gonna do nothing but block me. You won't let me talk about that foolishness you talking. You talk ignorant, man. Get off the goddamn wire off. Get off the net. You too old. You ain't talking about nothing. You spreading lies. And you daggone don't have no proof of nothing you backing up. You just agree with anything that sound good. Man, get a life.
Is that your car alarm? Your car warning light going off?
Oh, let me get that off here.
That's your check engine light, huh?
Yeah, it's all that. It's all that.
Yeah. So what you should be doing is what you should be doing is
Oakland ain't nothing but a killer town.
Hold on. You need to get that thing checked out. Spark plug, distributor cap, rotor.
Yeah, don't worry about the car.
When the last time it had a tune-up?
Hey,
no, be honest.
I bet you one thing. I live in a safe community. If you living in Oakland, I guarantee you ain't nothing safe about that.
Hey, you don't even your car.
And I've been to Oakland.
Yeah.
You ghetto, no good. How in the world you a crip and know about politics? Man, get a life. You out here daggone riding coattails.
Okay, you good? You got it out?
I got it out and got more to say.
you don't got nothing to say. Because you know, ladies and gentlemen, he's been cooked. W. Zeus.
I can go on and on all day. I'm gonna pull your trump card.
No.
You a gangbanger. The gangs kicked you out because you was soft. You ice cream. You are soft in Oakland.
Okay.
Oakland, daggone the worst of the worst. Walmart.
Tony. Okay, you've done your bit. All right.
Thank you, sir.
You've tap danced really good. All right, but nobody believes you. All right.
You a lie.
No.
They ain't been to Oakland.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's woo. You don't even need to get in the middle of stuff like that. Just let a brother just spill his whole load out like that and just expose himself. I'm like, this brother really pulled up on my show, and he didn't think I could pick up on it, but that check engine light went off, started blaring, hoping that maybe Big Zeus would convince him to take that car and put it in the shop. And instead of saying like, hey Zeus, why don't you give me a couple of dollars so I can actually get my spark plug, distributor cap, rotors taken care of and stuff like that, he want to come up here and start talking about what he thinks I'm doing in Oakland, California. Hey, champ, I live in a lot safer of a place than you. You don't even have a safe car. Think about that. Your car is begging me to help it, and you're in it. This is some crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. Let me go ahead and bring up the next panelist. Thank you, Macaroni Phony Tony, Lonely Homie. We needed you to go ahead and use you as a punching bag this morning. Good morning, Kiki. How you doing, sis?
Good morning, Zeus. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just had a little disturbance in the cabin with Macaroni Phony Tony. You know,
there probably was the rearview mirror crying out when he looked at it. Cause baby, I had to come on here one time when I was off to check some, and I saw you had him in the box, and he had that camera on.
Oh, you remember that? You remember? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Zeus!
Go ahead.
I wanted to cut my cat off, just thinking that he could have been a man. Ooh, Lord, Zeus. Ooh, Zeus. I see why he went to the other side.
Yeah.
But baby, ain't no way Black would let him crack. Now, baby.
Hallelujah. Go ahead.
Ooh. Zeus.
Yeah.
Man, you just want... Man, listen, you just want to go get a hysterectomy and tell them to sew it up.
Oh, Lord,
when his face appeared on the... My Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, you talking about a face only a mother could love, and she questioning it herself. Yeah.
It's getting hot in here. I need to turn the air conditioner back on. Okay, hold on.
Man.
Wow. Lord have mercy.
That lady probably kept him in there. She probably didn't take him to the stove. She was ashamed. She was scared somebody was going to say, what is that?
Lord
have
mercy.
She tried to leave him at the hospital, but they ran behind and caught up with him.
Go ahead, Kiki.
Yeah.
Oh, you got him crying now. He crying.
Yeah, they ran behind and caught up with him. Listen, Zeus. First of all, let me say, Natty, you was up here longer than the guest minister at 100-year anniversary at a guest church looking for members. You done went too far, Natty.
Talk to him,
You done
Kiki.
went too far. Don't
Go
be
ahead.
up here that long no more, Natty.
Thank you. Go ahead, Kiki. Tell him.
But so this is what I wanted to say.
W. July.
This is what I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
Anytime they say President Trump in talks,
Mm-hmm.
you know there are no talks, Zeus. Let me say this. Zeus, there is no meat coming to the United States. I believe they did that to try to get our ranchers to lower their prices.
Oh.
I'm starting to think that's what it was about. They can't name a country or anything, Zeus. They did that to make our ranchers lower their prices. There's no meat coming here, Zeus. There's no meat.
But why would he do that to them in the bankruptcies? There's 46, 69% voted for him, and half of them are going bankrupt. Why would he do that to them?
Zeus, he don't care about them making money. He cares about what's coming up, the midterms, and he just trying to get some votes to make it seem like he want to help us. It's never been about us, Zeus.
Go ahead, give
but I
Kiki
promise
a
you,
round of applause.
I honestly don't think there is no meat coming over, Zeus.
Oh, look at that. Look at Taurus all of a sudden percolated. She perked up. Hey, Taurus, why would you come in here when we're talking about,
I'm not trying to be funny, Zeus, but on that video we just saw, didn't they just ask that woman who they was talking to? And she said she's not at liberty to tell. Taurus, go to Argentina.
Hey!
You do that. You do that. They asked Donald Trump, where was the meat coming from? He didn't tell them. Now, all of a sudden, Taurus got a crystal ball, and she could tell us it's coming from Argentina.
Get her,
baby,
Kiki.
shut up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Meat ain't even coming from Tina McBride. So how you know it's coming from Argentina?
Hey, man.
Taurus, go. Taurus, take them now. You know what, Zeus?
We're cooking these demons today.
Zeus, these people have what I call a trauma bond. The more Trump do to them, the more they love him. They can't get over him. They can't get past him. They just want to get under him.
Ooh. That's nasty as nasty can be. I couldn't imagine a place nastier than being under Donald Trump in that diaper.
That girl said, Google is your friend. Apparently, it's not yours.
Woo!
You keep Googling, and these folks done got on national TV and
Kabira.
said that they not going to tell us where the meat coming from, but you still talking about Google.
She said try it. She told you to try it.
I wish I would Google anything.
Woo! Y'all some nasty individuals out there, man. Y'all nasty as heck. Wow.
Zeus, I'm not finna Google nothing.
Wow.
If the president on national TV didn't say where it was coming from, if the lady that you just played the video said she couldn't say where it was coming from, Google can tell us, Zeus.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Someone said tell her mama to try it. Ooh! Tasha Walker, that's a cold line.
Ask Google how many F's I give about what you saying, Taurus.
We don't.
We don't care.
Yeah, it's sad that, because you used to be a lot nicer, Kiki. I'm going to be honest.
I'm sick of them, Zeus. I really am.
You used to be so nice.
I tried to be so.
You did?
Zeus, I tried to be comforting. Some has happened. These people will make you change, Zeus.
Yeah. No,
the more this administration does America bad, the more they keep clapping.
Yeah.
Like it's not affecting them. They live in an alternate reality, Zeus.
Yeah.
Alternative reality. Zeus, these people live in the land of Oz. And we back here, they clicking their ear 3 times and they still over there, Zeus.
Oh, Tony. Watch your mouth, Tony. Watch your mouth.
Look at Takesha, nappy here. Nappy here, Zeus. Zeus, nappy here.
I can't.
I want him to learn how to spell. While he was out here sticking and moving and creating all these single family homes. He should have been in somebody's school. Learning how to spell, learning how to talk, learning.
He can't even spell hair. Lord.
Macaroni, Tony, your brain is like mush. I guess that's where the macaroni come from.
Hey.
You really don't want to do this with me, sweetie. You really don't want to do this with me.
I can't take the level of ignorance that these folks display on a daily basis. It's too much. It's really too much. And
tell Macaroni Tony this really ain't what he want to do. Cause I'll make a whole song about you and sing it tomorrow.
Hey.
I think that will, Zeus.
Thank you.
You know, Zeus, I hadn't done a song in a long time. Macaroni Tony, you come back tomorrow. I'm gonna have a song all about you. And then I'm gonna see you delete your account. Cause I will make you delete your whole account.
Hey, that girl look like a
I will
goddamn
make
monkey.
you, man, you
look
want
like
me so bad you can taste it.
He cooked. He's cooked.
Take them cracks out your mirror.
Hey.
Stay out of it.
Woo, you took him back. You took him back to 1984. Go ahead, Takesha. He knows what he was doing in 1984, Tony. On the carpet looking for it, wasn't you, Takesha? He was on the carpet looking for it.
He look at my picture, be beating so bad he got to apologize to it. He had to take that thing to the ER. Macaroni Tony, don't play with me.
I can't.
Don't play with me, baby.
Woo!
Don't play with me.
And you could just tell the way his mind fires and brain thinks. He couldn't even spell hair correctly. You know what he was doing.
He can't, Zeus. He done said so many ridiculous things in the comments. I know he doesn't know how to spell. Hooked on Phonics is your friend, Macaroni Tony.
Hey, let's go. Oh man, I think you destroyed a grown man this morning, Kiki. I don't know why. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, I must say thank you so much. Honestly,
They funny, Zeus. They real funny.
Yeah.
Thank you for the good laugh today, Macaroni Tony.
Thank you.
All right, Zeus, you have a great one.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, no lies detected. All right. Who do we get next, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Good morning, Jim. Nice to see you. How are you?
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing well. Didn't Dr. Keisha just tell you to get rid of bacon out your diet and then you bring up that pig?
Hey!
What? You brought up that pig?
Macaroni Tony.
Quiet, piggy.
Ooh, let's go. This is the worst day of his life, Jim. Do you want to let up on him a little bit? I mean, he's going through it right now. You could tell his car's not working correctly. You know, you heard it binging, bing, bing. And you said, oh, what's that sound? And I said, spark plug distributor cap rotor. That's at least going to cost him at least $1,000, you know, and he doesn't have that because the kids need it. And then, you know, he doesn't have money for lunch and everything. You don't feel bad about talking about him?
No, not. I've never had the displeasure of dealing with Tony. Every time he's come into your show, I have slept through it. Thank goodness. But I know you're not going to try to come from Kiki in front of all of us and think you're going to get away with it. We could smell your breath through the phone. Okay. So you might want to take yourself to the local AM/PM and get some toothpaste and use their bathroom for services, since you're probably living in that car.
Oh, he's living in
Let's
the
just
car.
be clear. I know you're not going to try and come up here and disrespect Kiki.
Yeah. He wants you,
You
now,
know,
Jim. He said
I find it interesting when we're talking about this beef situation.
You bitch ass nigga.
Oh, you don't want some of this. You don't. You really don't want some of this. I might get Zeus's page in trouble. I'm in that mood.
Oh.
I think you just spit toothpaste onto the camera.
Do you think
Did he say something?
Yeah, he tried to, but I heard the first few words and I said, that's enough, macaroni phony Tony. You need to take a lap, champ, and you need to cool off.
Oh.
What do you think got into him? Why
See how unimportant he was? I didn't even come through. He can't. Don't give him tips on how to spell ghetto, because he can't.
He's disrespectful. Yeah.
Let's be very clear. Anybody that comes for California, just be clear. Anyone who comes for California, even Oakland, you couldn't afford to live in Oakland, Tony. You couldn't afford to live in Stockton. You couldn't afford to live in Visalia, California. You couldn't afford it. So make sure before you disrespect Zeus, who's living in Oakland, producing music, having a very good show, having followers that actually show up daily, that you watch your mouth, because we are a giver state who provide. We don't take, we provide. You're welcome.
Thank you, WJ.
But I wanted to talk about something very serious, because China literally turned away. This story is not getting enough attention, but China turned away 22 tons of Argentinian meat. 22 tons of Argentinian meat, because when they tested it, they were seeing a very powerful antibiotic in their meat that actually causes blood disorders in humans. So make sure we're not joking about the meat products, that if he tries to bring it into this country, that your family will be possibly eating, because the Trump administration is refusing to let us distinguish between American meats and USDA and Argentinian meats. So what happened to America first, people? What happened to saying that America's the greatest? And instead of supporting the ranchers, even though I'm disgusted in the ranchers across America, instead of supporting American meat producers and ensuring that our food products are safe and being tested, they would rather bail out Argentina, which is what he said. He said they are starving. They're losing everything. They're hungry. Isn't Argentina the same place he gave 40 billion US dollars to?
Yep.
40 billion US dollars.
Your money.
So for all of you who are still supporting the Trump administration, he is still giving your money away. He is still not making America first.
Wow.
It's America last. It's always been America last. It will never be America first under this administration, and it certainly won't be Americans first. And Taurus, you know what? There is nothing more pathetic than a white woman living in a liberal state like New York, riding the jock of Donald J. Trump every single day and trying to talk about how somebody's already paid something back. Do you know where that money came from, Taurus? Because nobody can seem to find the Board of Peace money. Nobody can seem to find any of the things that he claimed he was going to protect. So how are you going to come on to Zeus's show every single day and ride the jock of Donald J. Trump and literally pretend like you know things nobody else in the United States of America knows?
Thank you, WJ.
How is that possible?
Just tell her, Tara.
And it's always folks that live in these blue states that are riding the jock of a rich old white male who's harming women and children on the daily.
Yeah.
That try to come into spaces where we're giving you facts, data, and statistics, and you're over here going, my daughter, I was essayed. I was essayed, but not that woman. Not that woman. She don't deserve any help. She don't deserve any respect. I don't believe her. It's women like you that give every other woman a bad name. It's women like you that should be ashamed of yourselves, especially when you have daughters that are going to have less rights than other women had in generations before her. Oh, wait, that's right. You're a rich white woman living in New York, so it doesn't apply to you, does it?
Annihilated.
Dismissed.
W's in the chat for Jim. Taurus, please knock it off. Knock it off, Taurus. You've torn your draws with all of us in the kingdom.
You know, I finally decided she comes here because she's so miserable in her own life. She gets no excitement anywhere else. She gets no excitement, so she has to come into liberal spaces. I don't need to move to New York, boo. I live in the best state there is, California.
Ooh.
I literally live in the state that gives to every other state.
And that's proven.
Like, at what point are you going to recognize that you're living on an island stacked up on each other? I'm living where there's actual green grass, oceans, mountains, desert, snow. Every single thing I want, I can drive to in 2 hours.
Hey, man, let's go.
You dismiss, sad little freak.
Yeah, and it's a proven fact.
Anyway, back to the beef story. Go ahead.
No, it's a proven fact.
Go ahead. It's a proven fact.
Yeah, here you go, right there. I don't know if we can see it, but the funnest state right here. You can see that. Hold on. Excuse me. I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to zoom in. Fair enough. Okay, but you can see the chart, right? There you go. Oh, I put zoom. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. The zoom in. You can see it, right? And what's number one? Yeah, it's California.
Absolutely.
W's in the chat for California. I just wanted
but
to make
y'all
sure
better start
that.
taking this. Y'all better start taking this food supply thing very seriously. You better start taking vaccinations very seriously. You better start taking some things seriously, because although we get on here and we shoot the shit and we talk about things and we joke sometimes, this is getting really dark in our country. It's getting really dark for our service members. It's getting really dark in our international relationships with people. And at what point are you going to recognize that it's no longer funny? It's no longer the Tauruses or the Macaroni Tonys or the disappearing disc jockey DJ. It's not even.
Thank you. I don't want him to ever.
It's not funny.
Yeah,
it's not funny anymore. People are unaliving in numbers too big to ignore.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They don't want to
Right.
admit that they've been manipulated.
Well, it looks like our connection is messed up again. I don't know what it is between you and I, because I don't have this problem when I'm.
I think it's me. I think it's me, and maybe
I think it's
my
just
equipment.
the power of our energy.
Yeah, it might be me and the equipment that I'm using to a certain degree. I don't know, but please continue.
Oh, yeah, I also want to make sure that we're not forgetting who's in the running right now. We need to be supporting the people that are in the general elections. This idea that we keep pitting each other against each other has to stop. Whoever is in the general election as a Democrat, we have got to now support. We've got to get behind the people running in Texas. We got to get behind the people running in Florida. We got to get behind the people running in Missouri. We got to get behind the people running in California. Javier Becerra. We got to get behind Gina Hinojosa, James Tallarico. We've got to start supporting the people who are literally in the positions that can take this country back. We cannot have perfect candidates right now. We cannot pick and choose. But what we can do is vote, vote, vote. Do not forget to check your registration, have your documents in order, encourage your neighbors, your partners, your friends, have those conversations, because if we're serious about taking back our country as a whole, we have to turn the nation blue to renew.
Thank you.
That is what I've been saying for forever and a day. We have to turn the nation blue to renew. Once we get it blue, we can start progressing the nation forward and take us to the next chapter of cleaning up this mess of maggot Republicans again and putting them straight into the trash.
Thank you.
I want to wish everybody a happy Wednesday. Get some fresh air, grab a cup of coffee, and enjoy your morning. I love you so much, and I thank you, my friend, for doing this every single day. I'm proud to be here. Take care.
And thank you as well. W's in the chat for the beautiful gym. Wow. What a great way to put a pin in it, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected, and W to all of the gifters, especially you all that I see you, Kabira, Delilah.
Thank you.
Oops. I'm so sorry, but she said thank you, Kabira. I think that's what Jim said. So, and it is amazing when we get shows like this and we keep it going and spreading the love and the joy. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. It is now officially time for Big Zeus to get up out of here. I hope you all enjoyed today's broadcast. We cooked, we booked, we destroyed some nasty, disgusting, vile demons. And at the end of the day, we're doing what it takes to bring Donald Trump's poll numbers where they belong, straight to hell. Somebody said, don't do the AI outro. Real, okay, 3D works. I'm going to be honest with you. I know you hate it. You're a supporter of Zeus's show, right? But you hate it when I use the AI, and maybe that's one of my flaws. I can't be perfect, but I am the most honest, humble, and handsome. Okay. And then amazing. She is amazing. I don't want to put her in the unemployment line, champ. So, I mean, we're going to do it because folks need to land and grab their bags and go on about their day. And it is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now landed and arrived at our final destination. On behalf of 3 Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, and the entire crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today.
Okay, I'll hit you up.
We extend our sincere gratitude to all the viewers who tuned in and listened throughout the show. Your time, attention, and participation made this episode truly meaningful. We are deeply appreciative of your continued support. A special thank you goes to our valued subscribers, generous gifters, dedicated moderators, and esteemed panelists. Your contributions, guidance, and active involvement are essential to the success of the Kingdom and allow us to deliver the highest quality experience for everyone. As you prepare to depart, please remember that full recordings of today's episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly.
There you go.
For information on all my social media handles and future broadcasts, please visit the link in the bio.
Do what? Thank you.
Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the Kingdom. We are honored that you allowed Zeus, also known as Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Until our next journey, we wish you a safe and productive day ahead. You may now gather your belongings and exit the
Alter
aircraft.
Ego. You did the
We
right
look forward
thing.
to welcoming you back on board soon.
Thank you for paying your dues. We do what we do.
Get injected with some power. Pull some strings.
We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. What a show. What a history books.
Came from the
Thank you, Heaven. Thank you, Tinkerbell. Stay strong.
Presidential.
Watch the ops. Drip too saucy. Got the fit. Hitting real different. Marissa. No Stevie. I'm the dope for sharper than a blade. 4 attacks. Make these clowns pay for all the shade. Bustin' moves on me. Got the game in a choke. Yeeted the doubt, now my legs is hitting, it's we spoke. Let's go from the bait, TDC, I keep them on their toes. Hot girl money! Moving 100, yeah. Maybe I'll do What About Biden tomorrow. Give me 2 weeks. My bad. Making history right here. Ops talking wild, but they cannot touch the throne. Posted in the Oval Office, trapping in the zone. Rick. I'm bulletproof, yeah, my aura is built to last. Presidential flex, got my game on my necklace. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Alter Ego. Knock it off, champ. You don't need to do that, you're better than this. 1605 presidential, we found it. You're the best, Zena. Let's go. Moving like I own the lot. Riz game presidential, got the nation in a lock. Got the Amex, yeah, 100. No facade, drip celestial, shining brighter than a star. Got the vision HD clear, slack with the moves, turn your dreams into chandeliers. Ops stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure. 1600, I'm the one flexing, I'm the new successor. Back in legacy, bread, every ball's a new crown. Trap soul in the White House, DC is the town. Woke up in the mansion, views from the East Wing. Prime presidential, residential, got the poles in a climb. Turn the calm in the storm, got the world dropping bombs like I'm reading out of Psalms. I don't even know what that book is, do you? Breakable, CBD through the storm, legacy unshakable. Got the city in my grip, hitting real potent, make the whole world flip. Busted off the charts, got the game in a trance. Drip too wavy, yeah, make you wanna dance. Level up. Make you wanna dance, right? Great skate. Thank you so much. Hot Girl Money, Cindy, Kabira, July Love, Q-Dog. We out of here. Big Doug. All right, I'm out of here. Gotta get it back. What a show.